Dynamite. This is Travis. That's Dalitha. This is Wrestling Gap.
Hey, guys.
She's eating pigs.
Ham. I'm having some ham.
Right now we got Big Bill starting out with the All-Atlantic Championship match against Orange Cassidy.
Oh, my God. No, I meant, oh my God, he's going up against Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
This seems like a weird mismatch.
We call it David versus Goliath. The AEW likes to do this, so Orange Cassidy will come out ahead because Tony Khan does not like guys that are bigger than he is.
Anyways, we have Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter's Certified Wrestling Podcast is also in the chat tonight. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Sophie's with us tonight, too. Hey, Sophie, how's it going? And Ayla stopped in. Hey, Ayla, how's it going?
Stopping in.
Well, Walter says, hey, Travis, Stephanie, AEW, Taz, and Tony, and Excalibur on the commentary. Yeah. And Walter won bingo. Fantastic. Congratulations, Walter. Hopefully you won something grand.
Bingo.
Useful.
Useful, lad.
Certified.
Useful.
It says, yo. And Sophie says, hi, I saw a report that Brock versus Amos was a match of Vince planned for Mania.
Yeah, all sorts of reports out there. We don't know if anything's true, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not either. Well, it's like Orange Cassidy for the win. Ayla said, hey. And Sophie says they announced the King and Queen pay-per-view is going to take place in Saudi Arabia at the end of May. Walter says, hey, Ayla. Ayla says, hi, Walter. Certified says, hit thumbs up. Helps bring people in. Yeah. Thumbs up, everybody. It's glorious.
There, Big Bill scaring Orange Cassidy away. He's all running around on the outside.
He's smart. He's a little dude.
Big Bill's a 13-year veteran. We've also said Orange Cassidy is a master.
It's a cat and mouse game right now.
Have you ever heard it?
Heard what?
He said he often says that Orange Cassidy is a master of mind games.
Never heard it before.
Never heard it once. Been watching this for 3 years.
Who said it?
Tony Schiavone.
Lies.
He often says it. Not once. Not one other time. Often. Anne Hathaway's father's on the outside of the ring with Big Bill. Whoa! Orange Cassidy just doesn't have the size. Look at this.
Harley says, hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Great. How are you, Harley? Chris Lacani's in the chat. Hey, Chris says, hello. You saw that Sonya got arrested, didn't have permit for her firearm in New Jersey, but it was in Florida.
She did have a Florida permit for her gun, and she got pulled over in Jersey and got arrested. Yes. Which is fine. Good for her. Never leave home without it. That's what I posted on Twitter and got like 1,000 likes. Oh!
Robbie
I don't know
says,
what that
hey,
was. He hit him? Is that what they're saying?
Like a splash on the corner?
Yeah, but he didn't hit him.
I don't know.
Did you hear Taz trying to say, well, he tried to get out of the way a little bit. Nobody was there. Yet he was dead. He's like, ugh.
Although I got hit. No, you didn't. Lies. Let's see. Robbie says, hey, yo. Hey, Robbie, good to see you in the chat tonight. Thanks for being here. Walter says, Sonya Deville got arrested. Poor Sonya. Certified says, I've been watching you for a while. I started my YouTube channel 15 months ago because of y'all.
Wow, that is super awesome.
I am so glad you started. That's fantastic. Hopefully, not laughing at you. Laughing at what happened earlier.
With Big Bill and Orange Cassidy.
To Orange Cassidy.
Nothing happened to Orange
I'm
Cassidy.
so glad. I hope that you're getting a lot of followers and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Sophie says, I'm guessing they won't announce the Hall of Fame class until the week before Mania. Robbie's message retracted. And Ayla says, Travis, I can't come over tomorrow. My car died again, so hopefully this weekend.
That's all right. I was going to work on her old computer since I've been doing computer things lately. She has an 8, but you can update it to a 10, Windows 10. Then I figured we could look at how much RAM we could put in it and new hard drives and all that. It's amazing how the technology has changed. So you can just take old computers and just make them run great, especially for like surfing and you know, small, non-gaming type things. Orange Cassidy is about to get slammed through a table. He's obviously got to disqualify him, right? Cassidy just walks him over to the steps.
So they were cleaning out that table, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they took that championship belt.
Uh-huh.
And the Hathaway dude, he just like chucked it.
Oh.
He just like literally like threw it. Like it meant nothing. I'm not sure that's a good way to start if you want a championship.
Anne Hathaway's father there has his glasses popped up, and it looks really funny. Probably my favorite part of the show so far is the sunglasses popped up.
Somebody says, who is ready for a 14-hour pay-per-view this weekend? Are you watching UFC as well?
Oh, that's a different day, but yeah.
It's basically adding to a pay-per-view, so about 14 hours of pay-per-view this weekend. 7 hours and 7 hours.
I am so not looking forward to the Revolution.
That it doesn't feel as long as 14 hours.
That last match is going to feel every bit of it, but at least you'll know that it's at the end and there's no commercials, so...
Robbie says, smash the likes up, like orange, and subscribe. Yo, Certified says, Sonya did not. Poor Sonya. She got arrested last month for same thing. She should have registered it. Twice now? That's weird. Ayla says, when is the pay-per-view so I don't interrupt it? It's on Sunday.
Saturdays starts at 4 and Sundays starts at 5, I think.
Yeah, and they usually do pre-show, buy-in, whatever the fuck they call it now.
This AEW card tonight is like, I don't even know. It's good, I guess, for people that like AEW.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I was looking at it going, huh, that's interesting. So they're supposed to have Kingston. Is it Eddie? It's Eddie Kingston, right?
Okay.
They're supposed to have Eddie Kingston on here, but Eddie Kingston now doesn't want to wrestle for AEW because he got his feelings hurt by management.
Oh my god.
And so there's all this drama going on with him and management. And so until they clear it up, then he's not going to wrestle for them.
That's fine. Good riddance. Get out. Don't come back. Or don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Like, move on. Don't need him anyways. What does he bring to the table? Nothing. Does he bring fans? No.
Yeah. He just dominated Jay White, and Jay White's supposed to be good. I watched that pay-per-view. He won that, and he won it clean, and he beat the shit out of it.
Which he shouldn't have, but whatever. Walter's like, poor Ayla, her car can't start. Oops. LOL Certified says 2 times in 2 months. Yeah. She got arrested or pulled over for her gun issues. Piccolo says, hey, Gabbers, and Chris says, can't blame her, but I mean, arrested seems a little much.
It is weird. And, like, what's going on? What is she doing to get pulled over?
And if she's getting arrested, isn't that kind of a violation of your rights in a way? Like,
no, not in...
I guess I'm not sure how New Jersey is about their shit, but...
It's the same as in New York. They have really strict gun laws. So only the criminals can have them.
Right. Which is funny because...
Which is Sonya Deville. She's a criminal now. They basically signed a bill that made her a criminal. When she's not a criminal. Anybody you would ask in the world would say she's not a criminal. But New Jersey decided to make her a criminal by signing a piece of paper.
Okay. I guess I don't understand what you're saying.
By making a gun illegal, you make honest people criminals.
Ah. Okay. Well, this is AEW Sunday Ayla pay-per-view. Ayla's like, okay, so Saturday I'll try. Certified says, yep, 5,200 plus subs. Nice, man. Good job. Robbie says, I'm glad I subbed to the Gab. D and Travis are coolest. Thanks, Robbie.
Good shit.
Robbie's like, Ayla, that sucks. Walter says, looking forward to the new ROH on TV. Piccola says, can you believe this guy is 7 foot tall? Because you can't educate this statement.
Yeah. You can't teach that.
And of course, if I didn't say it, good to see you in here, Piccola. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Sophie says, didn't AEW have like a 4 or 5 months to build to this pay-per-view? It seems like the build, it has been like a few weeks.
Yeah, they've been on it since November, right? Isn't that November when they did their last pay-per-view? That was it the 11th or something? It was the first week or two of November.
Yeah, I think so.
So they've had a few months.
Ayla says, I do have a new laptop Jord bought me for my birthday. Nice. It says, yes, Ravi, it does. We just put in a new fuel pump, so now we got to figure out what else is wrong with that. Pico says, Ayla, you should download Steam to play games and such. Ravi says, Ayla winning. Walter says, I thought Will got DQ'd. Bill, you thought Bill got DQ'd?
No, they didn't DQ him.
They didn't DQ him.
They don't care in AEW. They don't even care about counting. Right now, Orange Cassidy's on the outside of the ring.
He should be being counted out. Films in the chat, though. Hey, Film says, hello, Miss D. Travis, big hugs, big heart to you, including Picola. How are my awesome people doing today? Great, Film. How are you? Sophie says, but the Vince plan, Brock versus Almas at Mania, has been on every wrestling news site. Film says, I am here. Ayla says, probably not. I got a laptop for possibly going to school, but I didn't do that. Robbie says, Sonia, lol, foo. Sophie says, I heard AEW likes to have their pay-per-views go past 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Tom,
it'll be every bit past midnight on
oh, yeah. The
Monday
East
morning.
Coast, yeah, for people. Or people who are in other countries. It's going to be like time for them to get up and go to work.
Yep.
Sophie says, I don't watch boxing or UFC. Thomas is in the chat. Hey, Thomas says, hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, Thomas.
Film says, also my favorite month this year. It's Women's History Month. I love my women. All right. Ayla says, okay, so not this weekend. Haha. I'll just let you know. Robbie says, had a result today. Had dinner at my mom's. Result today.
Orange Cassidy's in the ring by himself.
I'm glad you had dinner at your mom's, Robbie. That's pretty cool. Thomas says the reason she had a gun was after her incident with the stalker back in 2020. We know why she had a gun, Thomas. We understand that.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
as Americans, totally agree with her having a gun. The fact that they're trying to make her out to be a criminal can charge her with almost felonies at this point, can make it so she may never be able to have a gun.
Yeah.
So she'll have to go to tasers or something. Sophie says the new Ring of
DDT.
Honor TV show starts tomorrow, but for their Honor Club thing.
Yeah.
Certified said, actually, he's being professional.
Question, is there a set time when their show goes on live?
For the ROH stuff?
I mean, I get that it's on an app and you can watch it anytime, but are they just releasing it? Or is there a set time every week that it's going to premiere? Or is it just going to drop at midnight on Thursdays? Orange Cassidy, Superman punch off the top. Big Bill's
Kinda got
down.
one to the jawline there. Lucky shot.
1, 2, and 3.
Dude,
Orange Cassidy wins.
How'd that happen? Just kidding. Certifies, actually, he's being professional. Are you talking about Eddie Kingston being professional? Because he said somebody hurt his feelings. That's not being professional.
Okay, they don't say it like
That's
that.
being a crybaby. Walter says Cody Rhodes will be on SmackDown Friday. Chris says, hello, we love Eddie Kingston. Ayla says he's not a professional. Good for nothing. Phil says, hold up. Sonya Deville got arrested. Certified, she'll do time. Sophie says, I wonder how Sonya arrested going to affect her role on WWE TV. Robbie says, eating donuts whilst driving, LOL.
I would worry more about her traveling internationally.
Yeah.
Out of the gate right now. But I'm not sure that it needs to be worried about.
Ayla's like, throw a book at her.
Why are we throwing books?
Throwing books at Sonya. I guess she deserves that. Sophie says Sonya did just get engaged this past week as well.
I've seen that.
Certified says it won't affect her. WWE is behind her. Film says Sonya Deville registered to have a gun and she got arrested for it in New Jersey. Yes. Walter says, come on, Kassidy. Film's like, I love watching wrestling. Gab. We can watch some wrestling and be goofy and be ourselves, also having a good time. Sophie says the AEW pay-per-view will be in select theaters again. Robbie says, why do AEW have refs? Ayla says, I use my laptop to charge my watch. Literally, don't use it. Walter says, okay, at 9:15 my time, I'm going to be here at 8 p.m. Friday for SmackDown, still here in chat.
He lives for this crap. But he said shit.
Oh my God, seriously?
You're not the guy that you want to go down a dark alley with. Like, that means with. And then he's like, when there's only one of us coming out. Because he had to change what he was saying.
It's like, I don't know what I'm saying. I have blood in my face. Because I cut myself. Beagle says, that's why Kingston is off air. Interesting. It was like for funsies. Walter's like, Donhausen at ringside. Beagle is like, it's never too late to go back to school. True that. Sophie says that the AEW does Saturday pay-per-views. Robbie says, yeah, Dee had a crap day of meetings at work. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. That sucks. Glad you got to go to your mom's, though, and have some dinner and stuff. That's always nice. Ayla says Robbie got his test results back, so he had Denton with his mom to tell her he's 1 crayon short of a full box. Oh, Jesus.
John Moxley's just got blood pouring out of his face. This is last week. It's obviously recorded.
Yeah, this was last week's stuff after that match he had. He's in a stairwell having a meltdown. Chris says,
Putting hepatitis all over the steps.
He's like, I really need to go have a drink. Chris says, wish I could have went to that Houston rodeo tonight. Old Brooks and Dunn takes the stage tonight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Should have went, dude. Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey, Bryce, it's Dynamite time. Hello, D and Travis. Hey, bud. Vindicator is also in the chat. Hey, Vin, good to see you tonight. Says, I'm in the chat, Talitha, chatting with you. What's going on with you and that guy over there?
Yeah, that
Just watching
somebody
John
bleed
Moxley
out.
spit at things and be a weirdo. And oh, they're having a Texas death match now again. Great, another one.
Ooh, Sunday pay-per-view, a Texas death match.
Jesus Christ, how many times are they going to have one together?
I don't know. I think they should do like a bull rope match. Those are funnier. Funner, not funnier. Look at this. The Elite going up against the House of Black with no build.
Oh, is this the crap that happens on Dark that we never see?
Doesn't matter. This is their main show. No build.
Fucking
Anyways, here comes the Elite. So are they going to build?
How dare
real
they
quick?
utilize this song?
They're going to build.
They shouldn't be allowed to have this song.
Are they going to build?
Here? I don't know. But
Of course they are. It's a go-home show. That's goofy. Oh, the House
there
of
it
Black.
is. Thank you for cutting off the music that they don't deserve to use. Bastards.
Why did the lights go off?
I don't understand.
What's
Why is
behind
there
them?
some alien
Is that a
weird
gazelle?
bug thing?
Was that a gazelle?
I'm pretty sure it was an alien bug.
Could have been.
Ayla's like, true, Fat Lisa. Walter says, yes, Kassidy won. Sophie says, so if the pay-per-view starts on Sunday night. In most countries, it will be Monday morning or afternoon. Yes. Pico says, I'd just buy a tiger
Oh, look, and they even
have
got
it
the
in the back
belts.
seat.
Julia.
Just go steal a tiger. Mike Tyson has one. It's fine. Bryce says, let's just say so far, so good. All right. Sophie says, I don't know about the whole Ring of Honor TV thing, like if they have a set time or they drop it at any time. It was like, tigers are cheap. Vindicator says, so Eddie's tough shtick is just an act? Basically. He's
Old
just a
Ed,
big
Ed, and
crybaby. Walter's like, John Moxley mad. And Pico's like, so cheap, buy 2, get 1 free. Well, tiger cubs at least. Robbie's like, yeah, Ayla beats smelling of fish.
They're only worth something when they're young, and then so once they get to about a year old, some of those guys just put them down.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sad.
Chris says, ex-con Mammy Sonia. Sophie says, there's no news on if Ring of Honor TV show has a set day. Ayla says, I'm joking. I don't know what she did or care, to be honest. If she's responsible, she's fine. Vindicator says, only Moxley can bleed just by walking up the stairs. That was from last week, Vindicator, when What's-His-Face beat him, and then John cut himself, so it looked like he got really beat.
He didn't cut himself. That's kayfabe. He got hit with a barbed wire brass knuckles.
He cut himself with a razor blade. Pico says Mox just is a masochistic fool.
Samoa Joe is going to be on the ring announcer's table, and then we're going to get some random match here.
Oh, great. Ayla says, yeah, Robbie, I bet a lot of things are better than smelling like fish. Pico says, OMG, what if Sonya comes back and feuds with Dom? Blood in, blood out, SA. That's funny, Pico. Because prison will change her. Phil's like, Pico, how are you today? Pico says, could be better.
She's going to be in a different gang.
But I'm living.
Gang on the inside.
Pico, you still got problems with your ear? Walter says, Moxley, calm down, get cleaned up. Ayla says, wait, buy 2, get 1 free? Wow, we could team up and get like 20. Walter's like, the Elite for the win. Pico's like, I know, right, Ayla? Tiger Queen rolls off the tongue. Ayla's like, killed her husband, whacked him.
So you can have tigers in Idaho?
Yes.
It is an animal that you can have. There's certain monkeys you can have here also.
Walter says, yes, fight, fight. Sophie says, the Elite versus House of Black, they could have saved that for the May pay-per-view, so they would have the build a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Pico says, now
Alistair probably wants out.
Pico says, now that's the best Bucks entrance ever. Walter says, Samoa Joe, boo. It was like, you can buy one for $7,500 according to Google. Seems too cheap for that kind of cat power. I know, right?
Pretty cool.
Walter says, Sunday AEW pay-per-view, I will be here. Sweet. Pickle says, well, it's time for a coochie clutch. Sophie says, they have no story between the Elite and the House of Black instead. They gave you, 2 months of that best of 7 stuff? Chris says, maybe Eddie Kingston should have a crybaby segment with Liv and pretend to cry just so he can actually have his way with her. That would be so fucked on so many levels. Ayla says, yeah, I can own a tiger, but not a raccoon or a possum. Lame. I don't think we even have possums here. I don't think they're native to Idaho. Raccoons are, but that... Ayla's like, I mean, I can, but I need a permit or something. You have to have a permit for a tiger, too.
Yeah, and you have to be outside the city.
You literally cannot own a raccoon. You can't. I
have a cousin that had a deer, and they had to put it down.
Yeah.
On the farm. I'm like, just
let it
go, and it'll just stay on your farm. It's fine.
Right?
They're not going to
It's not my pet. It just is close. I don't know what's wrong with it. But it is what it is. So if it says at least we are getting more Mania matches confirmed this week. Now my question is did somebody tattle on them? Or did somebody find out?
I have no idea what
happened.
I mean,
because in all reality...
I know she posted it on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, don't do that. If you know you're not supposed to.
Power slap!
Or you just say, wow, this deer has been around a lot. It's so strange.
It was a baby when they found it.
And then you just take pictures of the baby, and then you don't take pictures or show it on the internet anymore after that. Wink, wink. Yeah. And then randomly you just show a deer. I have friends that live out in the
country, and they put salt licks and stuff in their yard, and they have deer all the time, and elk and all sorts of animals.
Ella says there's a guy in town that has a raccoon. He brings it into stores on a harness and leash, so I wonder how he gets away with it. I never asked.
It's
well,
Idaho.
Next time he brings it into your establishment with meat.
Hey, look, it's a donut.
You should ask him. Walter says, is Sonya Deville in jail? That means suspend or released. I don't know. No, Walter, she didn't do anything that bad. Ayla says he's probably a wildlife worker or something. Yeah, but do they
So the winner of this one
raccoons?
goes on to wrestle at the pay-per-view in that weird tag team match?
Maybe.
I thought this was going to be the Aces Battle Royal. Am I wrong?
I don't know what's happening. I can't tell you if you're right or wrong.
Eddie showed up. He must have been pleased by the...
he must have stopped being our fucking crybaby. Hey, look, there's Eddie Kingston. He stopped being our crybaby.
Eddie made it.
He hurt my feelings. Oh my God, seriously?
Now we just need Ed, and Eddie. Or he is Eddie. Never mind, just Ed.
Hurt his feelings.
Oh. Smashing his back with a ladder. I love that they call it a steel ladder. Let's be honest, it's aluminum.
Let's be honest, it's a what?
Aluminum. A steel ladder that was that big would weigh like 400 pounds.
Wow, look how strong that guy is.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara could pick up a 400-pound steel ladder.
Steel.
Is that AR Fox? I don't know.
I have no idea. Is it?
I think it is. Oh, action and Andretti. Sammy Guevara drop kick to the outside.
Get him.
Ray Phoenix up top. Action and Andretti. Oh, that looked like it hurt. That's not Ray Phoenix. I have no idea who that fucking guy is. It's a dollar store. Ray Phoenix.
That's funny.
All right, here comes the big guys.
Pico says there's a Twitch channel that live stream opossums going through trash. Quite riveting.
It's awesome.
Ravi says, D, would that work not showing it? Would what work not showing what? Sophie says, oh, if you don't show it. Okay, so social media is like a bane, right? People see it. Everybody sees it, right? It's out there forever. You can never get rid of it.
Ugh.
So if you're out in the country and you never take pictures or show it on social media, no one would ever know except for your close friends. So then you would know who told and tattled because it'd be somebody in your inner circle.
They'd
It's
be-
did this way,
And
the
then
whole
we would all
world could
know
tattle.
because they'd have stitches, because snitches get stitches.
They wouldn't even be alive.
Oh!
They'd be buried on the farm somewhere and nobody would ever know.
They're lost somewhere in St. Anthony in a hole.
That's right. So if it says WWE was thinking of giving Brock Bray Wyatt for Mania and Brock turned it down. Ayla says, oh, he's never came into my work now. He used to come into the donuts and I have seen him in Walmart. Pico says possibly more entertaining than WWE women's tag division. Walter says, good luck. Who wins? Tough pick. Vindicator says, delete the how soon will you convince Travis to do a slap fight chat stream?
Yeah, it would be fun to do a watch along, but I ain't gonna slap somebody.
Ew. Pico's like, take a shitta for the win.
Is he in this? Oh, that's him, isn't it?
Takeshita. Ayla says definitely not possibly. Sophie says AEW pay-per-views are starting to sound like how the WWE booked their pay-per-views in the old days by throwing stuff at the wall to see
Dan
what
Callis
fits.
in the back.
Byron Cutler is in the chat. Hey, Byron, how's it going? Pico says, oh, it's the reach for the Sonic ring match. Right?
Oh, is that what that thing is? It looks like the
Giant.
donut. It looks like an inner tube with spray paint on it.
Robbie says Eddie Kingston's such a crybaby. Let's see. Pico's like, you down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Walter says, get the ring, somebody. Sophie's like, a ladder match on TV sounds cool, but one problem, who knows how many commercials you might have to sit through.
At least 2.
I got it, Robbie. I figured out you were talking about the deer. Ayla says, Robbie, what alphabet has a C after P? Sophie says, I thought that ladder match usually happens at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think they're going to do this at the pay-per-view. I think the winner goes on to the pay-per-view. I don't know. I don't even know what this match is for. His name's Commander. So he's going to run across the top rope. That's actually pretty cool. But
Dang. People's like, must be the metric alphabet. And I was like, no. Sophie's like, what WWE women's tag division? Ayla says, not the freedom alphabet? People's like, exactly. Robbie's like, Ayla, do you know your ABC?
we
You
have
play
new women's
OPP,
tag team
we
champions.
need car bounces.
How do you explain it? I take it frame by frame.
Picola says, this is Joker.
So tiny.
Yeah.
Is it just one half of a little one?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Picola says, this Joker Andrade hurts himself more than his opponents. It's because he's action.
Action and ready.
Robbie says, yeah, do you also read backwards? No.
That picture.
Looks like he's flying. Like through the air, like.
He went through the hoop.
That's funny. Who are you?
I know what they are. I don't know what they are.
Do you know what a bagel is?
Yeah, I think so. I think I had those when I was younger. They're just a
Do you
thick
know what
bread.
mini is?
Did you just put a little thing in your mouth? Yeah, I know what mini is.
So what's a bagel mini then?
A donut?
It's a bagel. That's tiny, weirdo.
Why would they make little pieces
Think
of
of
bread?
mini donuts.
Okay. And
Okay.
then they just made them bagels.
And now they're just mini
So they're
bagels
just a thick,
instead.
heavy bread. They're not
Chewy.
bad. They're not bad if you, yeah, that's what I was going to say. And they're not bad if you put enough butter on them. But I mean, you're talking almost 1 part to 1.
You gotta put like at least like
Oh.
this much cream cheese on it in order to make them taste good.
I actually used to put that on there too, but I forgot about that. Another good cheese to put on there is the canned cheese, those yellow cheeses.
Oh, the spray cheese.
But the spicier one, like a Colby Jack. I don't know if that's right. That's not right, is it? Not Colby, but spicy, is it? What's the jalapeno one?
They never had a pepper jack as a spray
Pepper
cheese,
jack.
but
I think I had a blue lid. What's the one with the blue lid?
American.
What's the one with the yellow lid?
One of them's regular cheddar and one of them's sharp cheddar.
There's a yellow, blue, and red lid. I know there might be more, but
I know. Ayla knows all the spray cheeses. Tell me, Ayla. Where's all the spray cheese?
Hobbs. So they just brought some guy named Commander up. Oh! Did he just get hit in the face?
Maybe. Sophie says, Lita, tag champion. It must be WrestleMania season. Pickle says, Robbie, you got hydraulics. Walter says, the ring means more Sonic movies. Sophie says, Old Berg wants a retirement match.
Oh! Yeah, I was seeing something about that. I don't know how true it is, but yeah.
Ayla says, Robbie, do they teach you how to read where you're at? Robbie says, so just Joe a commentator now? Nope.
Just for this.
Just for this. Ayla says, I figured third world countries wouldn't waste their time with luxuries like reading. I was like, yeah, Ayla, the right way. Pico says that would be an easy crossover, AEW and Sonic plus Sonic the Hedgehog. So he says, I don't see Lita and Becky lasting as tag team champions that long since Lita is a part-timer and who knows how long the WWE has her.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler will probably break her arm or something, and then they'll lose the titles at Mania. I don't know if that's true, but it's my guess. I just feel like they got to do something more with Bayley and the riffraff with them. I don't think that's over.
Right.
Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is he okay? Did he die? Did Action Andretti do something stupid?
Well, yeah.
I bet he did. He seems like a person who would make mistakes
but
and do
Sammy
stupid
just
shit.
broke his head.
Nice.
But he was supposed to land on his back, and so he's trying to pretend his back hurt, but his head hurt. So what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, seriously, get off the ropes. Oh, that looked like that hurt like a motherfucker. The guy that jumped, not the guy that got landed on.
Oh,
Here.
that guy who breaks his arms?
When it happens. Okay, watch this. Sammy lands on his head.
Oh, that's because that guy didn't control what he was doing very well. What a dumbass.
Not strong enough.
Stupid.
Oh my God, again. Commander Aziz or whatever his name is. Is he going to win this?
Oh, this isn't Rey Fenix?
No, his name's Commander or something.
Oh. Well, that's stupid.
I think they're the wrong ethnicity also.
Pickle says, has he said anything yet? Haven't paid much attention.
Oh!
I try not to listen to anything that Joe Schmo says. Vindicator says, Ayla, with some kind of monster eating the A's. Or
I think
is
it
it
should have
saying
just
it?
hurt the shit out of his ass. On that one.
Nice. Robbie says, I don't think I could cope with them, Cola, LOL. Walter says Samoa Joe is waiting who will win this match for his opponent. And Vindicator's like,
Oh, is this a one-on-one type match? I thought this was tag teams. I've been watching this the whole time thinking people are on teams.
I thought maybe because Joe Weirdo came down, I figured it was for that champion.
I just
TNT
thought that they
TV
were doing
thing.
weird shit.
But
Oh, Garcia with the save. I
Ayla
didn't even know he
says,
was
I like
in
the
this
sharp
match.
one. I don't know all of them, but I bet there's a lot. I don't know. Look it up.
Rock bottom.
Sophie says the Super Mario Bros. Movie is coming out 2 days early instead of it coming out on April 7th. It's coming out on April 5th. Robbie
So is
says,
that like a Wednesday?
Spray chews the food of heart attack. Is fish spitting water. Robbie's like, Ayla laughing at her own jokes. And Walter's like, funny emojis. Pico says, I think cheese is amazing, Ayla.
So they're building some sort of an accident waiting to happen.
A cheese accident?
Yes, cheese. We're talking about cheese for some reason. Why are they all shiny? Is the sun coming in?
I don't know.
Well, look at them.
I understand.
Is there like weird lights or is there a big window?
I have no idea.
Where are they at?
I can't see the top.
I think they're in California.
Are
So
they?
it's still light.
Why are they in California?
I think they're in Sacramento.
They went all the way there from where they were
Sac-
before.
I don't know where they were before. Here he goes.
Hey, you should just jump to that ring right there.
He's
It's just
loco.
right there. You could probably get it.
Oh no, he's not.
Oh, fucking dumb. Are we going to see a death on TV one day?
Oh,
Oh, Action Andretti got the
brunt.
brunt of that. So besides, I only saw the first Sonic movie, and that made me not want to go see the second one. It's because of the teeth. Ayla's like Ravi, the unaliver of joy. Vinegar's like, dang, that's
carrying
weird yelling
Sammy up to the
too.
top, but the ladder's not lined up. He's not gonna win it.
Look, what's his face is trying to help him. Oh look, he's touching it. Oh no, what's his face threw him over. The shit guy with his really short legs.
Oh, V-trigger. That
Why does
by
he have
far
such
is the
weird
most
short
overused
legs?
move in
True.
AEW.
AEW uses it way too much and hate it. Especially short-legged people who do it. It's creepy.
Well, oh God.
What the fuck?
I love it, but this is like the most violent match I've ever seen. What the
Oh my
fuck?
God, I think that ladder's broken. You might want to try something
the ladder
new.
might be broken? Oh my God. The referee's just going to hold it for him. That's a 250-pound human being.
Because he's supposed to win?
Yeah, he's winning. If he can get up high enough. God, he's got to go up one more. Don't fall. You're not supposed to stand on that rail. It says it right on it. It's printed on there.
Don't stand here.
It says, do not step here. Well, look good. I'm happy with that. I can't complain about that ending. I thought it was going to be that other dude. And I don't like that take a shit dude.
Action Andrade, take a shit.
Yeah, I don't care about them. Sammy Guevara I'd have been okay with. Ooh. Some Jeff Hardy shit right there. Ugh. Except Jeff would have done it prettier.
Kayla's like, I like cheese. Walter's like, AEW, get the medics. So it was like, we might be getting Bayley versus Trish at Mania. Harley says that spray can cheese is underrated. One of my faves.
I feel like every house should have 70 bottles of that. It is the best shit on the
I love spray cheese. I didn't have it as a kid. You know what we had as a kid? We got Cheese Whiz. My mom would get Cheese Whiz.
So I didn't know.
But my mom would get the ones in the little jars. The cheese that came in the little jars that were like this big around and this tall. And there was a bacon one. And my mom always got that one and put it in celery and that. But they don't have that one anymore. They just have the Old English.
Wardlow
and I think you can
out.
still find maybe the pimento one. But anyways, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I don't remember.
Oh.
Something about cheese.
Cheese Whiz, spray cheese.
Oh, cheese. So my favorite cheese when I was a kid was this cheese. It was just really soft, and it came in aluminum foil. And I would eat it all the time. And it came in a box.
It was just processed cheese like Velveeta.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
It was probably
But
Velveeta.
anyways, one time I looked in the fridge, and there was some cheese in there, but it was like different. And I cut it up, and it was disgusting. And it's that stuff that you buy.
Hard cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Like real cheese instead of
Yeah.
processed cheese.
Oh, Wardlow getting in shape.
So there's a difference, right? So people in the States will know what we're talking about. Government cheese.
Yeah.
Government processed cheese is different. Like, it doesn't taste the same as Velveeta. It tastes better than Velveeta cheese. I don't know why, but it does. But
Look at
it's called,
Sheamus.
people call it government cheese.
Never mind, that's not Sheamus. It's Renee. She's Alabaster.
Who?
Renee.
Oh,
The one that has no color, that she's purple.
she looks disgusting.
She looks sick. She looks purple. I can see her veins.
All right.
Are those snake pants? Or snake skirt?
Yeah, it has like some kind of thing like that. Let's see. Ayla's like, oh,
I don't care.
the fish face. And Pico says, maybe not spray cheese. What? Pico, you don't like spray cheese? Vinegar's
Best
like,
friends in
just
Denhausen.
cheese or mac and cheese?
Why is she putting her hand on
Cheese
that?
and mac and cheese. Sophie says, are you guys watching in American or Spanish? We're watching in English.
Oh, this is on our normal stuff. This
and it's
isn't
on
the
just
app.
a normal stuff. It's not on an app. Robbie says, Ayla, just spray it in your mouth. Pico says, where's Hobbs? They really need to push him. Then he won it.
He won it.
Pico, like, you knew he was going to happen. I'm far behind.
It's
Walter
Chris
says,
Jericho.
don't walk under a ladder. Bad luck. Film says, here goes Sammy. Robbie says, oh, Cola was right. The gold rings from Sonic. Pico's like, it's still daytime. Walter says, geez, Sammy, that was awesome. Robbie says, yeah, AEW putting Mans in a hospital for life. Sophie says, oh, that's right. The pay-per-view is in San Francisco. I don't know the time zone they are going to be in. That would be Pacific time. Piccolo says, this whole week coming up to Revolution is in San Francisco. Nice. Film says, don't hurry. You're back, Sammy. Rob McLaren's in the chat. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Says, what's up, Wrestling Gab? Happy Hump Day.
Whoop,
Huge
whoop.
UFC pay-per-view this weekend. John Jones returns to the Octagon, returning as a heavyweight for the UFC Heavyweight Championship against Cyril Gane. Awesome card. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun.
I'm not sure how you say that last name, but it's something like that.
Gane? It's like Gane?
Yeah, it's French, so it's an A. It's A at the end, I'm pretty sure.
Gane.
I think it's just Gone.
It's Gane. It's Gane.
Anyways, I can't say.
You have to say it with a French accent. But
we've watched him fight. We've watched him fight several times. But the first time I watched a UFC fight was John Jones. It was his last fight. So I've only seen him fight once. And he did win that fight, but I don't know if he really won that fight. Like when I watched it, I was like, did he win that? That was when Danny and I first started watching UFC.
Oh, yeah.
That was the very first one.
So it says Rampage ratings keep getting lower and lower every week. Piccolo says, do you like Spam? Is that your question?
Spam?
Walter says, Will Hobbs won. Yes, he did. Robbie says
Hobbs
this match is so random. Sophie says, what the heck is Spam anyway?
It's a processed meat, ham, canned food thing.
Oh my God, Spam is the best.
She eats it all the time.
Love it. I love Spam.
I haven't had it since. Well,
so
she made
good.
me a piece of it once, not too long, like 2, 3, 4, 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
when you were still kind of eating stuff like that every once in a while. It's good stuff. Especially when you fry it in butter. Yummy. And put it in your mac and cheese. Even good that way. But you have to put it in a pan and fry it first.
Right.
And then put it in your mac and cheese.
Yeah, don't put it in there raw out of the can. That might
Or
be
you can
gross.
eat it right out of the can like that too. I eat Spam sandwiches here and there. Piccolo's like, that's not spamming. You're just a Sophie.
Is tuna fish or shredded chicken good in macaroni and cheese? Sounds like it'd be good.
I mean, you could. I guess.
Ooh, what about hamburger chunks?
Yes,
good
it'd be
too.
hamburger mac and cheese. Yeah, hamburger mac or whatever. Let's see. Robbie says, do you like Spam in a can or mystery meat? It's not mystery meat. Don't be weird. Pickle's like, Sophie, seriously, you are online all the time spamming for real. Robbie's like, I will have to buy next time I go shop. It's very big in like Korea and Japan and Hawaii. Walter
Peter
says,
Avalon,
yes,
Chris Jericho.
security.
Peter Avalon takes it right to Jericho.
Doesn't he, though? Sophie says, I know there is spam with food. That is what I was talking about. Pico's like, I think this will be a pretty awesome match. Another dumb tossing security bros for clout segment.
Yeah. They do that a lot with Wardlow.
Yeah. Sophie says, do you think the Ring of Honor TV show will be successful or will it fail?
It's not a TV show. It's an app. So it's going to just be whoever watches it. But I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of people watching it. Maybe 7,000. Is that a lot? I mean, people are going to watch it twice. Or
I don't
whatever,
know.
so
Is it? I don't know if it's a lot.
I mean,
for online stuff,
how many people are signed up to the Ring of Honor for $10?
Right.
That's the question you have to ask.
Pickle says, Ravi, he asked nicely. Ravi's like, is goat cheese any good? Travis likes it.
I eat it.
It's not too bad. It
Every
has a
once
really
in a while.
tangy kind of taste to it.
Heat it up for like 4 seconds, 10 seconds, somewhere in there, so it's not so powdery. Because it's very powdery.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just melt it just a little bit, it's better. Not tasting, but just better consistency. Like real
So
cheese.
I made Travis some jalapeno poppers with goat cheese and wrapped in bacon. And he said they were fantastic.
Yeah, they were great.
Well,
2. Peter Avalon almost beat Jericho right there.
Walter says, boo, Jericho. Harley says, have a question to ask. What's the opinion on Spam? Like the food Spam? Love it. I love Spam. Robbie says, Colello, he kept on. Pico's like, Harley, I am pro Spam. It slaps, right? No fucking shit, it slaps. Sophie's like, I thought when someone spams, they repeat the same thing all the time in the chat. Yes, Sophie, that's exactly what spamming on the internet is. Robbie's like, D sounds more French than American. Nice. Pico's like, yes, that's correct, Sophie. Film says
No.
Powerhouse Hobbs wins. He did film.
That's my French accent.
Oh.
That's all the French I know.
Oui, oui. Croissant.
Crepe.
Piccolo says, yes. Piccolo says he didn't spam. Sophie's like, John Jones, never heard of him. Robbie says it tastes salty to me, the spam. Get the low sodium version.
John Jones is the greatest UFC fighter that's ever been. Like,
Jericho
that's what people
won
call him.
over Peter Avalon.
Jericho just won that. So the JAS are 1-1 on the night with Sammy Guevara taking the L in the last
So
match.
at least he finally won something.
Take the bat to him.
Jericho hasn't been winning much of anything.
That's what you should do right here. Take a bat to him.
Bats to people. Bats to the people.
Oh, right to the cranium.
Says,
That's a tiny baseball bat.
so, Robbie, what you do is you put the spam with things that aren't salty, like rice.
It's going to break that arm.
I eat mine with ramen, but I don't mind how salty it is.
It's absolute. Why does he keep looking behind him?
Make sure nobody's following him out. I don't know.
See if the JAS was coming.
As Pickle says, fried rice with spam is the bomb, right? Robbie says, Cola, I stopped him as he was going to. Sophie says, do you like to eat cheese with everything, or do you like to eat cheese with certain stuff?
I don't like cheese.
So I don't eat cheese with everything. That's what you're asking. I do like it with certain things. And I like certain cheeses, but I don't just eat it
There's the
with
JAS.
everything. Rob says pulled pork is the best thing to put in macaroni and cheese. Oh my God, Rob. So that's funny that you say that.
That does sound good.
Because I found, and I thought about making it one time, it was a pulled pork mac and cheese casserole. No shit. No shit.
Cook it this Saturday. UFC fight. Go.
Nobody will eat that.
All right. Don't cook it.
Well, the only person that might eat it would be Danny and me.
You don't think Tony would eat it?
I don't know what his diet's like now. Chris says tuna and mac is awesome with those Lay's potato chips.
Mm.
Walter says Ricky Starks for the win.
The JAS is beating the shit right now out of
Ricky Starks.
absolute Ricky
Oh,
Starks.
poor Ricky.
Well, he's the one that stuck his nose in somebody else's
Yeah,
business.
he should have just not done it. Robbie says Ring of Honor these
the
days.
Judas effect.
How nobody would know unless they watched it, Robbie, and you're on a page of two people who've never watched it, really. I've never seen it. Ring of Honor.
No. I watch highlights.
So you couldn't even say if it was good or not, because I don't watch it. So.
I know some of the wrestlers on there, and no. I'm just going to go out and say no. Who are those guys? There's just dudes out there.
I don't know.
Were they like security or something?
Maybe. Pickle says, I'm not on Honor Club, and I enjoy them, dummies. Chris says, love jalapeno poppers. Harley says, my dad used to give me Spam when I was little. Yeah, I grew up eating it, so. Ramit is in the chat. Hey, Ramit says, if Cody Rhodes win WWE Championship, the WWE going to hire Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, and MJF, or make a storyline.
They could. Definitely good booking there on your part. I just don't even know if Cody's going to win the championship now. With Roman getting so close to 1,000 days. Like, he only has to go into May.
Oh.
So they could keep that rivalry going.
Yeah. Vindicator says, I think Talitha has the right voice and persona to convince Jericho to just retire already. We need to get him off of TV and out of the swindling market ASAP. Pickle says, could you improve jalapeno poppers by adding chunks of Spam?
Good question.
I don't know. Would you still put bacon on them? Would you wrap them in bacon?
Would you just wrap them in Spam?
You can't wrap them in Spam.
Because Spam doesn't wrap.
Yeah.
What if you cut it in lengths?
Doesn't matter.
Like
you still
thin,
can't fold it
little-
around it. It would just break apart.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know if you could.
Adam Page is talking about replacing people at the top.
So he says, before Tony Khan announced Ring of Honor TV deal or app deal or whatever, I thought he would give Ring of Honor one of the dark YouTube shows that they have.
Here pretty soon, they're going to do an hour after this. It's going to be like a daytime live TV show after whatever this show's called, Dynamite. What they should do, and I would not like it, but what they should do is, because people are actually watching right now, at least close to 1 million,
Right.
800 to 1 million. They could do that third hour for Rampage now. Then their reality TV show on Friday.
Oh.
And just do all their wrestling tonight.
Oh.
Instead of, they're going to record it anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But why not do all the wrestling at once? So it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Because people are at least watching. They're going to tune out, but they'll still get 700,000 or 600,000.
Yeah.
They have enough talent. Here comes Christian Cage. We haven't seen him for a while.
Pico's like French fries.
I mean, we saw him come back a couple weeks
French
ago,
fries. Ha French fries. Walter says Jericho won. Okay. Ramit's like, damn. And Chris says, where is my boy, Daddy Magic, Matt Menard? Vindicator says that might be more of Billy Club than a slugger-style bat. Robbie says, yeah, my mom made it in a tomato sauce. Spam? Piccolo says, why does he wear that stupid hat? It's the equivalent of making fetch happen. Because what's-his-face didn't want it. Sophie says, spam sounds gross. Yep, teach their own, Sophie. There's a whole culture around it. Multiple countries love it to death and have it in many of their cuisines. So, Robbie says, Ricky thought it was going to roll through, but got the beating he deserved.
Yeah. Sticking his nose in somebody's business.
Chris says, yeah, I'm sure Cody will just win at Money in the Bank instead of Mania.
That would be anticlimactic, though.
That'd be so fucking lame.
Think about how weird that would be. It's going to have to be, maybe he wins Money in the Bank and cashes in at SummerSlam or something.
Rumi says Jericho denies to return WWE ever. Chris says, and have Sammy win Money in the Bank and cash in on Cody in London. Sad day for USA at Money in the Bank 2023.
Yeah, no.
Ravi says, is Spam better than corned beef in a can? I've never had corned beef in a can, so I couldn't tell you. Pickle says Adam Page thought he was cool, but another SOB who tries to keep the punker down.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Pickle says, now corned beef is salty. Sophie says, I'm surprised Chris Jericho admitted that he will never go back to the WWE. Vindicator says, wrapping Spam in bacon would likely send someone's cholesterol straight through the roof.
Right. Stroke. Call it a stroke
Just
burger.
immediate stroke. Bobby says, oh yeah, it's that backstage show tonight. Sophie says, can we talk anything else that isn't Spam related?
Is that starting tonight? I know it's going to be in March. I just didn't know if it was tonight. If it's tonight, then we're going to see Adam Cole, Bay.
Ew. Chris says, great heel work by Christian Cage. Pickle's like,
he's one of the
turtlenecks
best ever.
equals heel heat.
I didn't realize how good he was on the mic at just tearing people down until the Jungle Boy feud. When he was going off on his dead dad and his mom. And
Sophie says Triple H wants to give Gunther a WWE championship run. Piccolo says, I don't know, you want to talk about crappy baseball?
the pitch clock in baseball. Who loves the pitch clock in baseball?
It sounded like you said the bitch clock.
The bitch clock.
The bitch clock. The
pitch
bitch,
clock.
not the pitch. The bitch clock. I don't know.
He keeps lifting her arm up because the microphone drops.
Right. I think I'd rather talk about Spam than constantly talking about WWE when we're watching an AEW show. But
Christian Cage.
What do I know?
Just say Christian Cage over and over.
Why?
Because he's good. Well, he's not good at wrestling. He's just good at this. He'd be a great manager. He's going after the whole generation now.
Ooh. You treat
Speaking
this
of video
business like
games,
a video game.
Let's segue into video games.
What about video games?
AEW needs a video game.
They need to get their video game out.
Is that what you do with ATM machines? You milk them?
So all he's doing is taking money out of his own account, which doesn't really do anything. Unless he's stealing from them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Treat it like an ATM machine. You deposit money and withdraw money. His name's Jack, and they keep saying Jack, so it's funny. But usually you just call dudes Jack. I'll tell you something, Jack. Just like your father.
No talent.
Hey! Beverly Hills 902 was the greatest show ever. Watch your mouth, Christian.
Films like smash like
Buffy
on
the
this amazing
Vampire
live stream.
Slayer movie. Top 10 all time, maybe.
Thanks for hitting the like button, Phil. Piccolo says, because that's not better than spam. Ha ha ha, bitch clock is definitely MLB related.
Oh, the lights just went out.
Oh no.
Or is it commercial?
I'm lost. Chris says Christian Cage versus LA Knight promo battle.
I don't know what's happening. Are they on the side of a road burying somebody, maybe?
Yes. Sophie says baseball season is starting soon. Cool.
Oh, Jack's digging up his dad? I don't know what he's digging up. What the fuck? Is it like the Undertaker's last match?
Hmm?
The graveyard match? Is that what they're going to do?
I don't know.
They were friends. Jungle Jack Perry. What's he digging up? Maybe a dinosaur? He used to have a dinosaur as a friend.
Hey,
Who's just disappeared. Did he get injured or something?
I don't know.
Christian Cage. Look at that. They spent at least $7 on that gravestone.
Whatever. You probably stole it from somebody's thing and then like printed the name on there.
Looks
They're like, I
it's
bought
made-
some stencils
It was made
from
out of
Hobby
memory
Lobby,
foam
bitches.
or styrofoam. What is it going to be? A graveyard match? Is it Undertaker's Big Dong going to be on? Jamie Hayter.
So it says baseball season is starting soon. Pico says knuckleball, fastball, sidearm, crackerjack, 7th inning stretch, grabbing your crotch and spitting. America's pastime. Barf. Oh, come on.
Extra large bases. Designated hitters in the National League. Ugh.
Vindicator says AEW.
Bitch clock.
Right, bitch clock. AEW. Vindicator says AEW hopes their video game will be their next ATM machine, but I doubt it will be one of those top selling games of the year. So
I'll
it
buy
says,
it. Oh, wait, I already did.
if they do what Travis said with moving Rampage after Dynamite, they might lose people that don't watch Rampage weekly. Piccolo says, what's he pulling out of the grave?
Is this
Luchasaurus?
Jeff Hardy?
No, he was making a grave for Christian Cage.
Is this Jeff Hardy? No, it's Matt.
Just Matt.
Well, he could possibly appear, but why are they doing it with Jeff's music?
Didn't they start using this when Jeff was around and now he just started using it?
Yeah, I don't remember Matt using it, but whatever.
I thought they did it when they were together and then he just never stopped. Chris says, oh, Christian Cage just cut a Dusty Rhodes type promo. Vindicator says, baseball games are faster this year, Piccolo. Probably still won't matter with improving ratings that much, though.
It's going to be crazy watching. Like, I was watching some minor league baseball day before yesterday, sometime this week.
Right?
And it was moving along. This is for the FTW championship, I believe.
What the fuck?
Why he's on Dynamite, I have no idea.
Stop. Piccolo says the 65 movie and Luchasaurus crossover would be grand.
Yes.
Sophie says, if you are a fan of both promotions, it will be a hard choice to choose which video game you want if AEW video game does come out a few weeks after.
I'll just get them both.
People usually will just buy both, Sophie. Chris says, hater time, feels like it's Hook. And Sophie says, I don't see AEW Fight Forever be a sellout. Bum's like, can't wait to see some women wrestle tonight. Chris says, I hate the pitcher time clock, though.
It's crazy. And they call it the pitch clock because it is when the pitcher pitches, but it's actually worse for the batters because they have to keep swinging. So when you see those, like, I don't think we're ever going to see them again, those long at-bats, the 11, 12, 15, 20 pitch at-bats. I don't think you're going to see them anymore because the batter has to do it so fast that they're going to be too tired. Mm-hmm. Then they'll just get struck out, which is fine. I'm all about making it harder to hit the baseball in baseball. It just seems like everything they do in baseball anymore is to make the offense more. Mm-hmm. But with the shift change, because they made the shift change this year, so the shift is illegal, and then the pitch clock, it should be pretty crazy. And all this crap is over. You know what it's from? Teams taking too long.
Right.
That's what it's all about. And it's like the Red Sox and the Yankees games. They used to go 4 hours. And then all of a sudden these other teams are like, oh, that's why the Yankees are so good. They stretch games out.
No.
And then so all the teams started to do it. And this is like from 2001. And then they just kept doing it. And games got longer and longer and longer. Games used to be like 2 hours long in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Right.
So people loved it. It's a fucking fantastic game. The problem is when it's 4 hours, it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it is boring if you don't know what you're looking for. I enjoy baseball. I don't care about the time. But seriously, 4 hours?
That's a lot of time.
3.5 hour games? It's like, that's longer than the NFL.
So Pico says, I think Little League World Series may be the only baseball I consider watching.
I like the women's softball stuff, too, the collegiate softball.
Those girls can fucking throw that ball.
It's fun to watch.
Bryce says, they already sent Hook and he's ready to wrestle. Vindicator says, is FTW a better promotion than NXT?
I have no idea.
Bryce says, hello, Picola. Happy Wednesday to you. Picola says, so do they not have the batters do the pause, step out of the batter's box, and go through the ritual of adjusting their bat grip, etc.?
They get one timeout per at bat. Everything else is like 15 seconds. I was noticing a 15-second time clock, but then I noticed it was 20. So I don't know if they change it after a certain inning, because I don't know the rules. If somebody wants to Google that for me, that would be fantastic. But it looked like it was a 20-second one, at least after the 5th. Like, so 6th, 7th, 8th. Because I was watching that, and they were 20-second pitch clocks. But before that, it looked like it was a 15 every time they'd throw it back to the mound. So I have no idea how it was both.
Yeah, that's weird.
But either way, a batter gets one at bat, or one timeout per at bat. So as you're up there, you can take a little bit of a breather. And I don't know how long that lasts.
Right. Pico says, what's up, Bryce? And Vindicator says, disappointing that AEW still has their version of the meaningless 24/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 turn left at the Jersey Turnpike title belt featured on their main shows. Chris says, I love that Astros versus Mariners playoff game. We went 18 innings, basically 2 games. We were playing all afternoon night.
Yeah, I remember that.
Film says, hello, Bryce. And Bryce says, very good, Picola. And Film, good to see you too.
I went to the bathroom and they lost.
Vindicator says they should put a clock on how longer managers get to come out and argue about balls and strikes.
If you argue balls and strikes, I know you're just joking, but if you argue balls and strikes, you get ejected. Like, you cannot argue balls and strikes.
No arguing about the balls, people. No balls. No arguing about balls.
But I do think the games are going to get shorter, and if they can keep those games around like 2 hours, 2:15. So I'm kind of looking for it. I'm going to watch a game here and see. I'm going to time it and see what the time is. But if they can get it down there, that'll be perfect. Somebody's cast. No.
Wasn't it what's his face's? That dude's?
Hager, maybe? Oh.
The one in the beret. Didn't he have like a cast on his arm from somebody twisting it?
Stat?
Is that who that is? Oh. I'm pretty sure that somebody broke his arm or did something to his arm not too long ago.
He tapped before he even had it locked all the way in.
It's weird.
Silly. Well, he needs to find a happy place. Anne Hathaway's father's having a breakdown.
Doesn't make any sense. It's weird.
What? 2 and 3. All right. Well, now it's House of Black time.
All right.
So they still have the belt. So they stole them. So they're going to do the whole build-up just in this show.
I guess. So it says baseball going to lose a lot of fans with all these new rules. Well, supposedly so they're trying to do it to get fans. So we'll see how that works out. Walter says Hook for the win. Pico says if this twink Hook wins and Matt Hardy put this dummy over, I swear. You swear what? Because it just fucking happened. What you can do about it, huh? I'm just kidding. Phil's like, Hook ain't losing that easily. Walter's like, I respect Matt Hardy. Pico says, is Stokely a Black Panther or something? He looks like it, doesn't
No idea.
he?
I just know
The way he dresses and stuff, I'm like, what, dude? Chris says, so now that we have DeGrom interested in seeing what the Rangers have in store this season.
Oh, it's Tony. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Texas teams do.
Sophie says Robert De Niro is going to star in a Netflix political thriller series. Walter says Hook won, great match. Piccolo says, quick, Sophie, name 5 De Niro films. No Google. Sophie says, what the heck is FTW? Fuck the world.
Yes.
That's what it means. That's Taz's belt. And since his kid has it, I can't imagine that it would ever go away.
I don't know if I could name 5 De Niro movies.
Let's see. The Grandpa one.
Right, but I don't know what it's called.
Dirty Grandpa.
So Dirty Grandpa.
Dirty Grandpa.
What's the one with the mobsters? I know that's mostly what he's known for, but is it? It's not Goodfellas, is it? What's the one with the Ray Liotta? Isn't he in that one?
Oh, that's Goodfellas.
That is Goodfellas. So Goodfellas, but I don't know the name of it. So I didn't know that one. So do I count it? I know the movies. I just don't know the names. That's why I said I don't know if I could name them.
Maybe.
So I'm not going to name Goodfellas. So Dirty Grandpa.
What's the one? Isn't he like a lawyer or like the devil?
No.
No, that's not him. Oh.
That's Al Pacino.
Oh, that's Al. Sorry.
I know there's one where he's a mobster and he is with White Gold, and they go to Florida.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah. But I don't know the name of that one either.
Yeah.
And then the Proposal, right? Is that the name of what? No, that's not the name of it. There's also one with Anne Hathaway. See, I can't name any of his movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I know one. Casino. So, 2.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
That we
Oh,
just.
Dirty Grandpa.
Dirty Grandpa.
Okay.
Dirty Grandpa Casino. That was the mobster one I was thinking of.
He is in The Godfather 2. So I'm going to say The Godfather
With
2.
Robert De Niro movie. You could always
But
throw in.
it's not a De Niro.
You're right. Throw in Meet the Parents if we're going that way. It's not a De
Fuck,
Niro
I forgot.
movie
You
either.
should have let me get
But
there.
that's
'Cause-
that one.
But I would have known the name of it. I just don't know if I would remember that on this.
Right.
So now I don't know if I can put it. Oh, what else is he in?
We did say Goodfellas, and he is in that one too.
I know, but I don't know the name of it.
It's Goodfellas.
Thanks. I said I don't think I could name.
Oh.
I know the movies. I could name 10 movies that he's in.
Right.
I don't know the names of them. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I could name 5 Robert De Niro movies. And I got 3.
Ooh, The Intern.
That's the one I was trying to think of with Hathaway.
Yeah.
But see, I
The
don't know.
Intern.
I can't.
With Anne
name it.
Hathaway.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the name of it. I was like, Grandpa something. And then there's another one like where it's a payback. There's this kid in it, and he's the grandpa, and they're like after each other.
Oh.
It's kind of a newer movie. I haven't seen
It's
it
something
yet.
Grandpa too, but yeah.
But anyway, so I named 3 newer movies. But I got the 2 best mobster movies maybe ever. So.
All right.
The
Well, let's see
Godfather.
how everybody else did. Let's see. Vindicator says, Travis, with how you can get fired up in a matter of minutes if something really stirs your passion, how many times during a season do you think you would get ejected if you were a manager?
Sometimes you have to, right? Like sometimes you have to get ejected to save your player.
True.
Because he gets firing, he goes
she didn't
after
even
the
get her
umpire.
shirt.
So,
Jack
hey, it's Riho.
Anyways,
Getting beat up by a giant leg. Look at the size of that leg compared to Riho.
we've seen it before.
This match?
No, with giant people in Rio.
Yeah.
Men, which is ridiculous.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, at least there's 162 games. I'm going to say at least 25. Because you have to protect your players.
Yeah.
So if one of your players goes crazy, you have to run out there and get him away, and then you have to proceed with whatever he's arguing to have his back.
True.
Right or wrong, you got to take sides.
Sophie says, meet the parents, the Irishman, and I can't think of the other three off the top of my head. Vindicator says, Tony time, baby. Best moment of the night.
Irishman, huh? I don't know if I know that one.
I haven't either. Pico says,
sounds familiar. It's an older one.
Mm-hmm. Pico says, it's an ECW thing. Taz originally created a belt to have a strap for himself and called it the Fuck the World title. Walter says Tony Storm will win. Chris says the English Chavs time. Picola says, number one, you said meet the parents first. Fuck, FFS. Picola's like, Robert De Niro is not a comic actor, I swear. Walter's like, meet the parents. Sophie says, meet the Fokker, Shark Tale, and Valentine's Day. Picola's like, taxi driver. That was the one that I was going to say, but I was like, was it taxi or taxi driver? I was like, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Raging Bull. Wasn't the Raging Bull the one that he was a finance guy or whatever on Wall Street? No, Casino, Goodfellas, and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Huh, I didn't know he was in that.
He was in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? What? No, he wasn't.
Did he do his whole accent thing? And he's like, let me tell you something directly.
Walter's like, Casino.
You talking to me?
Pickle's like, he is not a... Thank you, Travis. So, Robert De Niro isn't necessarily a comic, like, actor.
He can just pull it off.
But he can do good parts in it. And I really enjoy him in Dirty Grandpa.
It's probably my favorite.
Probably one of my more favorite comic movies to actually, like, watch a couple times over.
Zac Efron just hit a home run in that movie.
Yeah. Sophie says, if Robert De Niro isn't a comic actor, why has he been doing comedies? Because it's not really his forte, whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
it's not his
forte. He's a mobster.
He's more of a mobster kind of guy, a bad guy, you know, like the guy, yeah. Chris says the intern Robert De Niro movie Yellow with Anne Hathaway. Yeah. Pico's like Godfather Part 2. Yes. Film says so. I guess we're not getting a good women's match. Tony Storm. Ew. You don't like Tony? You got Paige out there and Rio. You don't like Riho? Come on.
I like
Walter's
Rio,
like War with Grandpa. Yeah, War with Grandpa, Walter.
Yeah.
That's the one. Sophie says, I was thinking The Godfather, but I didn't know which part.
It's 2, yeah.
Chris says Cape Fear, Robert De Niro. That's another one, Cape Fear.
He actually played the Godfather. He was Pacino's dad, but when he was young.
Yep. Sophie says he did 3 movies with Ben Stiller. Pico says it's because it's fucking pop culture. And y'all dumbing down a great actor's resume with fart jokes and milking cats. Greg, can you milk me? Shut the fuck up. Ben Stiller.
Poor. Uh-oh, here comes Jamie Hayter.
Oh, he was a boxer in Raging Bull. Okay. Sophie says he also was in Joker, which I forgot about. Harley says it would be better if Ruby Soho was on tonight.
Yeah.
She might show up. All of them are out there. She sometimes comes out and saves them. She might come out and help Riho.
Yeah, because we don't even know.
Well, Piccola, I would never dumb down Robert De Niro as an actor, by the way. But I am going to say that in his older years, he has done some funny movies. Do I count Meet the Parents in as something that he's, like, funny and does a great job? No. Am I going to say Dirty Grandpa is? Hell yeah. Because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I like it.
Do I think that anything with Ben Stiller is considered really great comedy? No.
Well, there's something about Mary.
It's fine.
His comedy is really weird. And
yes.
It's fine. It's
like it reminds me a lot of What's-His-Face's comedy. Yes. Adam Sandler comedy. And I have a hard time with some of his stuff. So it's a hit and miss for me with Ben Stiller in his comedies. Probably the only thing I've ever, like, kind of was, like, not to is Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that one's the best ever, but...
But he had too many other people around him that made it better. So he couldn't be the weirdo. Jack Black got to be the weirdo.
The weird one, yeah.
So it kind of made it a little bit better. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like a fine line, right? Like You would have to, like, keep, like, you know, whatchamacallit.
Open mind?
I think that with him, like, you have to... You like Robert De Niro because of his serious roles. That's why we like him. That's his character. That's what you'll always know him as. And that's what you see him as. It's kind of like Al Pacino. Like, you will always see him as the Godfather. You will always see him as, what's his face in the cocaine one.
Scarface.
Scarface. You will
Tony
always
Montana.
know him as that type of character, right?
Yes.
But it's fun to see them, like, be able to show you that they can, like, portray other types of characters in movies.
I've never
and
seen
not
Pacino in a comedy. I've seen him in a romance thing.
always
but
be
he
real
wasn't,
serious.
He wasn't the
True.
love interest. But
Yeah.
there's one where his wife was cheating on him or something. And he sat the guy down and talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
That was a movie with Val Kilmer. He was a cop, and he was chasing him. I think it's called
The Al Pacino?
Ice or something like that.
Maybe.
He was chasing Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer was a bank robber. I just remember a scene that they blow up the armored truck or something.
Oh, shit.
And all of them go deaf.
Uh-huh.
So the movie, everything's going...
Yeah. Let's see. People will tell me it was a boxer I'm reaching out.
Heat.
Sophie says
I think it's called Heat.
Heat. Yeah, because I always mix it up with the girl
The Heat?
thing, the comedy one with
The
Melissa McCarthy. Heat. Yeah.
The Heat.
The Heat.
Yeah.
Sophie says, analyze that and this. Pico says, oh, now somebody is Googly, right? Chris says, oh, Dirty Grandpa was funny at the wedding scene. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter. Have a good night. We'll see you Friday.
Yeah, that's the first scene of the movie. When Homeboy, his cousin or whatever, is
Yeah.
smoking weed.
Ayla says, Robert isn't a comedian. The intern made me cry. I don't know if I would consider him a comedian, but...
No.
Pico says everybody has to ease up and make fodder just for a paycheck. It's sickening. Sophie says, no, I wasn't Googling the first two answers. Chris says, Paige Milky Mammy. Oh, gross. Pico says, do you like Billy Crystal, Sophie? That's interesting. Ayla says, Sophie, you figured out Google. Awesome. Good for you. Film Psych, not going to lie. This is a little bit going, a.k.a. talking about match.
Yeah, this match, nothing's really going on. Riho's lasting way too long if you want to consider Tori elite. Or Tony, not Tori.
Films. Got a question for Picola. Sunky in the chat 3.0 says, hi,
Hey,
Sunky.
boss.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for joining us.
Picola says, I'm just defending him because I don't want De Niro's legacy for him to be the old pervert trying to bang Audrey Plaza on spring break.
Yeah, the girl from The Office.
She wasn't in the office, sweetie.
Oh, is that not her?
That was Parks and Rec.
Oh, whatever.
Do I feel that that's his legacy? No, Piccola. Do I enjoy watching that movie with him in it? Yes. Do I think it's hilarious that he's an old pervy guy trying to get with somebody because he wasn't able to bang his wife for years because she had cancer and died? Yeah, I think it's great.
I also like Mel Gibson's old partner, Danny Glover, in there.
Right?
He's funny as shit, too.
Pickle's like, that's just me.
You think
Sunky's
your
like, I got
granddaughter
news. Yeah? What kind of
blowjob
news?
me to death?
Yeah. Sophie says Rocky and Bullwinkle. Ayla says Robert De Niro is one of my favorite actors. I pretty much like every movie he's in because he's just a good actor, pretty versatile. Pickle is like, yeah, hold on, film. Vindicator says, so I guess Riho is very much like Brock now and just a part-time mercenary, a tiny one.
Yeah. Like a gnat.
It says Christopher Waltz is a pretty good actor too, just saying. He is a good actor.
I don't mind him at all.
Film says, hello, Vin. Sophie says, Billy Crystal, I like some of his movies. Film says, Pico, hold on. Researching something, take your time. Pico says, oh, God, Travis, Jack and Jill, that shit show with Adam Sandler.
Riho just won.
Did she?
Yeah.
Nice. Go for
She just
go
rolled
Riho.
her up and won. On a botch.
Pacino
she
was
did
in
win.
that one. Pacino was in Jack and Jill. See, there you go. Ayla says, okay, the intern made me cry because Robert De Niro cried. That's literally the only reason. Okay. Sophie
Yeah,
says,
it's touching. You know, I've seen that movie probably 70 times. I really did enjoy that movie when it came out.
the intern? Yeah, it's a good show.
It's just good all around.
Sophie says, I bet you guys can't name 5 Adam Sandler movies. I think everybody in other countries, Sophie, can name 5 Adam Sandler movies.
I can do that one. That one wouldn't be hard at all.
Pickle's like, Tay Mello. Sophie's like, Ayla says, Sophie, I bet you can name 5 states. Pickle's like, I can name 20. Thumb's like, okay, nice pick, Pickle. And Pickle says, geez, that's simple. Pickle's like, I'll name 20 Sandler movies if you can name 5 Adrian Brody movies.
I'd have to Google who Adrian Brody is. And I'm not just saying that. I have no.
Adrian Brody. Isn't he the guy that was in the Pianist?
Oh,
Wasn't he that guy? Isn't that Adrian Brody?
I don't know, but I do like that guy.
Is it him? I feel like that's him. Sophie says Grown Ups 1 and 2, Waterboy, Murder Mystery, the movies he has done with Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Pixels is the best.
That got another question for Pico. Sophie
Billy
says,
Madison,
I don't know that
Happy
many
Gilmore.
Adrian Brody movies. It says, I can try. Perfume, Predators. I know there's more. My goodness. I enjoy Adrian Brody too. Dang it. Chris says, Sexy Hip Attack by Tony. Pico's like, exactly. That's what's wrong with pop culture today. Sophie says, Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore, 50 First Days, Bedtime Stories. And Pico says, everybody knows dumb Sandler movies, but don't appreciate The Pianist. Ha! It is him. That's Adrian Brody.
I have seen The Pianist.
Very good movie.
Very good movie. I haven't seen it since probably 2000, though.
Probably
so
should watch
23 years.
Again.
I'm not into the extermination of Jew movies.
I know. That's hard for me to watch stuff like that's why I don't like watching war movies.
Yeah.
I have a hard time watching them for reasons like that.
They're lining them up in the road. Like
Schindler's unless they're like comedy war movies and stuff like that.
And I forgot Homeboy was in Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people like him from that movie, and I'm like, he's in that? Like, because I didn't know who Schindler was. You know, the guy from Taken?
Yeah.
Liam
Neeson. Liam Neeson. Yep.
Ooh, Dark Order.
People's like, yes. Vindicator says an old-fashioned Donnybrook cat fight. Nothing else will top this moment this week, AEW. Maybe short man in a long coat.
Silva. Right.
Can't even believe they still have the Dark Order. That's so weird.
So those trench coats are the same length.
I know.
One's just almost on the floor on the other.
I know. That's funny.
Uh-oh, behind him. Wheeler Yuta. And Claudio.
Pico's like, thank you, Ayla. Ayla's like, Fat Lisa is passionate. I'm here for it. Bill's like, all right, John Silver and Alex Reynolds is here. Yes. Pico says, I just like what I like. Pico's like, Jojo Rabbit was pretty good. Ayla says, my top favorite movie is Running with Scissors. It has Alec Baldwin in it, but he's only in there for a minute.
I don't even know if I know that movie.
Running with Scissors. It's probably what I haven't seen. I've heard about it, but I probably have never seen it. Jojo Rabbit's another one I've heard of, but I haven't seen.
Good stuff. Yeah, I don't pay attention to pop culture much anymore like I used to. Like before 2000, I was all over it. MTV, it was always there. Yeah, I watched all the award shows and all that. And then after 2000,
right,
I just stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think the reason why you know dumb Adam Sandler movies so much is because they get thrown in your face a lot, P-Cola. So when something is like that, right, they throw it in your face constantly. So it's always there. So that's kind of probably why more people are more familiar with or aware of his movies. Whereas you're not going to see on, like, you know, prime TV show channels, you know, Casino and Goodfellas that much unless you're watching, like, AMC, TMC, TCM and stuff like that. Or other odd stations like IFC or something, so... Sophie says Dustin Hoffman is a great actor. Film says Picola, who is winning.
Rain Man.
Whatever. He was in Mrs. Robinson. Oh, Mrs. Robinson. Yeah, just look at it. I don't know what we're looking at, but just look at it, guys. Look at it. Just look at it. Look at it. Feels like who's winning? Piccolo's like John Silver, question mark? I think he's asking about his question he asked earlier, Piccolo. He had a armpit question for you. Ayla says, I watched Hook for the first time since I was like 10. Pretty good. Hits different as an adult. I relate to running with scissors on a childhood trauma kind of way. Don't we all with running with scissors? No, I'm just kidding. Sophie says Dustin Hoffman probably got the same amount of movies as Robert De Niro. Vindicator says, all right, Travis and Dalitha, I've seen too many battle royals from both major companies this year, so I'm heading out to prepare myself for the letdown that is SmackDown. Take care. See you on Friday. Bye, Vindicator. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate it. We'll see you on Friday for some SmackDown stuff. Harley says, I got my Ruby Soho fix for the night. Vindicator says, tell Leopold he needs to show up too. LOL. Bye-bye. Bye, Vin. We'll see if he does. I don't know where he's at or what he's doing. Probably getting into trouble and doing something terrible like a normal cat. Because he's an a-hole. Probably just starting trouble because he's an a-hole. What?
I said, why are you so quiet?
I don't know.
Did you go off the air?
No. Film says by Vin, and Piccolo says, I think people will take for granted some of the better made films and just watch nothing but comic book hero things because that's what they force feed you.
You know, it's that and a lot to do with the
Attention
sites
span.
nowadays because you've got YouTube also going to these shorts. And so people's attention span is getting shorter and shorter. They're training us on purpose.
And let's put it this way, Piccola. If you go back and watch old movies, at the very start of the movies, nothing happens. Like, they go through the credits. They, like, show you, like, information and stuff like that and everything. And then they have to, like, build the movie up, and there isn't, like, a lot of action. So if you didn't grow up watching those kind of movies and you grew up with instantaneous entertainment,
you can't wait.
You can't wait. You can't wait for what's going to happen.
You
want it to happen now.
So they have to have explosions the whole movie. So like right when they start a movie nowadays, they have something exciting, and then every 30 seconds or whatever the new thing is get action as fast as you can. Make something exciting now.
Yeah, there's no stories. There's no, like, building up to something.
It's like
there's
Bad Boys
telling
2. I've never seen 3, so I can't judge it if it's even out. But Bad Boys 2 was that way. It's a very long, it's like 2.5 hour movie, but there's something happening the whole time.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I started noticing it.
Yeah, it's
Lucha Bros.
It's really weird, but I don't know. Piccolo says, Vindicator, see you soon, brother. Piccolo says, I don't know. Anna Film's like, okay, Piccolo, it's still a great pick. Last one. Piccolo says, I used to enjoy it when Phase 3 was going on. Ayla says, well, hopefully not, Fat Lisa. I hope people would watch the classics. Plus, how you raise your children. I'm 30 and watch things way before my time, so there's hope. And that's what it is, right? Is the fact that when I was a kid, I was watching Lawrence of Arabia and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and Showboat and, like, all these old classic movies that my mom had us watch and stuff like that. And not a lot. I mean, we did watch mainstream things and stuff like that too. But it was, you know, different, I guess you could say. And it gives me a better thing of what I like. You know, it did make my likes of movies, like, have more patience for different stuff and everything. Like, I don't really enjoy, like, a lot of, like, I like comedies, but when it becomes, like, fart all this and that, I hate it. I hate it. It is so tiring, and I just want to sit there and just be like, I don't want to listen. It's not funny anymore. It's stupid.
I go by ratings. If it's PG-13, it's going to have potty humor, and it's usually dumb.
And so I don't really enjoy, like, some of Adam Sandler's old stuff because of that. Some of his newer stuff, I don't mind it. It's gotten a little more serious. It's more adult type stuff. So it doesn't bother me as much if we're going off of like a comedy actor who does all that, but
I just like whatever makes me laugh. If
But,
it's a comedy, if I'm not laughing, it's not funny.
but I actually like weird, serious movies. Travis knows. He does not enjoy the terror movies I like to watch.
You're talking about like cop shows?
Not even just cop shows. Like, there's other stuff I like to watch that I probably have never watched in front of you because I know you would not enjoy it in the least. So this is that tag team thing, right?
Yep, this is the
Battle Royal
one.
tournament stuff.
The one with the cards, I think.
Right. Film says Piccola has a question for you, and Try is in the chat. Hey, Try, say hi. How's it going? Give us a smile. Film
Phoenix
welcomed
just
him.
bent over
Thanks
backwards.
for being here. Piccola says, don't get me wrong, I liked RRR and all the Schwarzenegger stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, if we're talking Schwarzenegger, it only and can only be, what is it?
The villain.
No.
Terminator.
No.
Conan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's only Schwarzenegger movie ever. It's good stuff. Ayla says, I make my kids watch Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny. You know, they watch other shows too, but I try and broaden their visual movie learning skills. Films like Ayla, I love Tom and Jerry. Ayla's like, I'm not huge on comedy. There's some I like, but overall I don't enjoy dumb funny. Bryce says, did somebody say Tom and Jerry? Harley says, anybody looking forward to Creed 3 movie for tomorrow to come out?
No.
No.
I haven't watched any of them. Not one of the Creeds.
I couldn't say, yeah, on that one.
The last Rocky movie I watched was 5, and I watched it in the theater when it came out, and it was so bad that I vowed I would never watch it again.
There you go. Films like, Try, who's your favorite wrestler in AEW? It was like,
It was
Kindergarten
Tommy
Cop?
Morrison.
Who was it?
Was Rocky, but it was Tommy Morrison.
Oh, I see.
He ended up having AIDS, and he didn't tell anybody, and he was boxing, and then he got banned, and he stopped boxing, obviously. He had HIV, I guess. It wasn't AIDS, but
might as well have AIDS.
back then it was kind of a huge, huge deal.
Yeah.
Now they've got 4 or 5 people that have healed all the way from it now. There's one in Germany they just released the other day. Completely AIDS-free. No pills, nothing. He's done.
Right.
So there is a cure. They're just, I guess it's slow and only some people take to it. If you're into the HIV thing. If you get AIDS, you're dead, but HIV part.
Huh, I'm surprised they had him. I'm surprised Morgan Freeman is reading the stuff for this.
Huh, why?
It is a type of, it's a cream or whatever, or drug that, not that it's a bad thing, it helps people of vitiligo bring back the pigment of their actual skin tone.
Right.
And stuff. Repigmentation of their skin.
Right.
I just find it's weird that he would be a spokesperson or talking, like, doing the commercial for it.
Huh.
Not because that's wrong or anything, but I just feel like it's kind of weird that he would be a person that would. Yeah, I'll totally read that. Okay.
His voice will make you fall asleep.
Yes. I like his voice.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, let's see. Film says, Try, who's your favorite wrestler? Let's talk about Kindergarten Cop with Schwarzenegger stuff. People's like, oop, I'm opening a Pandora's box here. Ayla says, oh, Conan. Yeah. Chris says, Peanuts, anyone?
The villain
like,
is
True Lies.
Handsome Stranger, and the villain is
Oh, he does a good job. I
absolute
forgot about that, too.
favorite character.
He does do a good job in that.
He's with Anne Margaret, who's a fucking smoke show.
And that show she is.
Like the original smoke shows.
Film says, Pico, who wins on that? And Film's like, yes, Bryce. Ayla was talking about Tom and Jerry. Pico says Serena Deeb. And Film says, yes, nice pick. Pico, thanks for playing. And Ayla says, I'm a sucker for B films, though, like Ginger Snaps and Jeepers Creepers, stuff like that.
Hot Tub Time Machine, Year One are my 2 favorites.
Chris says, love Soccer Mom Deeb. Piccolo says, I don't think it makes sense if you've seen one John Wick movie, then you've probably seen them all.
I've only seen the first 2, and the second one I didn't like. So I still want to watch the third one, and I know the fourth one's coming out. I just haven't got to the third one.
Right.
I never am in the mood for it.
True. Yeah.
And it's probably because the second one I didn't like.
Yeah, maybe. Bryce says, that's cool. I love to watch Tom and Jerry, one of my favorite cartoons to watch of all time. Chris says, Ayla, did you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Grinch horror movie? I know. I've seen that's coming out. That's pretty funny. Piccolo says, like the fourth one is coming out. That's great. I hope they're successful, but I have no interest. Ayla says, Ginger Snaps, I watched so many times I could write down the script.
Yeah.
Piccolo's like, wow, and Margaret. Yeah,
yeah,
Margaret.
And Anne Margaret was something else when she was young.
And that was back in, what was that?
Well, that was
70s?
in the 70s for her, and she was older at that time. Not old by any means, but like
yeah, I know what you're
38
saying.
Maybe.
Yeah, she was older in her acting career.
But her and what's her name? The one that had a dad that was famous. What's her name? The really pretty one.
Dad that was famous.
Her dad's probably more famous than she is, but she's super famous. Really pretty blonde.
Oh fuck.
Jane Fonda.
Oh. Ugh.
She was very pretty also in the 60s and 70s.
Jane Fonda.
She's still pretty.
Devil woman!
Peter Fonda's her dad.
Devil woman!
Hey, Maria Kanellis. He yelled at me. The guy on the left. He told me to fuck off.
Aww.
In real life. He's a nerd.
The bald one?
Yeah. I wonder if he'd tell me that in real life if I was in his face.
What a loser. It was like, no, Chris. Bryce says, well, it's time for me to go. Bye. See you guys on Friday. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you on Friday.
See you, boss.
It says, but there's a movie on Prime called Llamageddon. Film says, bye, Bryce. Take care, Bums.
I think we've seen that. We didn't watch the movie, but
we saw that it was on there. And I said, that's a show your mom would enjoy. It was talking about it. Because you guys grew up basically at the same household.
Right.
The weirdos. I was like, bye, Bryce. Take care, bro. And Pico's like, I bet Ayla is phenomenal.
What is?
I bet Ayla, it's phenomenal. It says, I haven't seen it, but I watched the trailer, and it's about llamas, like, taking over the world. It's Armageddon of llamas. Chris says, here comes the kingdom, Maria. Piccolo says, see, I can't stand the woke movement movies, and anything with leftist propaganda is entertainment. It can all F off.
Yeah, I get you. Who are those big dudes?
I don't know. That guy? That guy? That guy?
Yeah, he's a bigger dude. I don't know who these guys are.
The list of wrestlers that aren't even scheduled?
Yeah, they're not supposed to be there.
Oh.
I mean, obviously they are, but... Is that... That's Nice. I don't know who... Oh, Josh Woods. Okay, we saw him not too long ago.
Yeah, it's like, I have watched Zombievers, though, and Thanks Killing. Hilarious. I've watched those.
Have you seen Scout's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse?
Chris says, Daddy Magic Eliminated. Film has a question for us. Misty and Travis, who will win an armpit deodorant match, Tay Conte or Serena Deeb?
Soccer Mom.
Serena Deeb. Pickle says, remember Josh Woods? We made fun of his MMA trunks. Travis was just saying that, actually. That was funny. Piccolo says, I never seen The Room yet. Ayla says, yeah, I saw it, Travis. Phil's like, nice pick, Missy and Travis.
I love when the zombie's coming after him and she gets caught in the fence or whatever and he can't help. He has to go back and grab her boobs. Dude, I can't get over that part. I've probably watched that part like 70 times. Because it's this big boobed cop. Pulls him over earlier in the movie, whatever.
Right.
But then now she's a zombie. She's chasing him. And she gets stuck in the fence and she can't get out. Her shirt tears. And he's like, He runs back. He gets chased by zombies. Runs back and it takes off.
Jeez. Well, they are teenagers, so it makes sense. It's like, says that, and people's like, I never seen The Room yet. What is The Room?
I've heard of it. I'm pretty sure I saw the previews for it. I haven't seen Black Phone yet either, or whatever. Is that what it was called, Black Phone?
I think
Yeah.
so, something like that. Pico says,
Ethan Hawke?
the one awful acting guy with long hair. It was the scene for scene made into a parody by James Franco. The one awful acting guy with long hair. Piccola, that could be a lot of guys. Which one? It was like, I saw the cube. Films like, Kayla, what's your favorite episode of Tom and Jerry? Mine's got to be the part of the Two Musketeers. It was like, I didn't hate Black Phone. Chris says, Room is one of those erotica movies, but it is so terrible people think it's good. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Film's like, oh man, I forgot to ask Bryce too on what his favorite episode of Tom and Jerry is. Pico says Black Phone is actually pretty decent.
I think my favorite is the singer. His cousin or his uncle or whatever comes and he's... And then he keeps breaking his string and then he goes out and rips Tom's whiskers out and then restrings his guitar with it.
Jerry's uncle.
Yeah.
From the country.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones is like when he has like the elephant, the baby elephant, and he dresses him up like a mouse. John's like, how did he get so big? That's probably one of the ones I like too.
And again.
Oops.
What?
Cool hand, Ange. Harley says, good night, everybody. See you guys Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Harley. Have a good night. We'll see you Friday. It says, it was well made for the type of movie it is. They usually ruin those. Pickles like Orange Cassidy is fighting twice. Yeah. They're out there in this We're Friends thing.
Yeah, the Battle Royal.
Got the
Butcher and the Blade. But no Bunny? Can't watch it. I'm worth watching. It's good. I mean, Kanellis is out there.
Right.
It's funny. She used to be so attractive, and I don't know why she's not anymore. Oh, God. She just got kicked in the head. Killed her husband, whacked him. Oh, those guys, are they eliminated? Are all these people eliminated?
Yes. Aussie Open and the Kingdom eliminated.
Is that
Whoever
Wheeler
those people
Yuta
are.
still in there? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
With Claudio.
Mm-hmm.
The Blackpool Comic Club.
Yeah, those people. Chris is like, cool left hand, Dan, baby. It says, I just finished The Consultant on Prime. It was pretty good. The Consultant. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't know if I know that one. What'd you get Prime? I thought you didn't have Prime.
Film says, try, are you still here with us in the chat?
Did you end up watching the Hobbit movies? The little Hobbit ones? It's not going to come out. Part 2 is not coming out for like a year or more. Just like the House of Dragons. It's like, why are they coming out with these shows and then they don't have a show waiting?
I don't know. It's weird.
Like, I don't even understand how you do a series and not have enough to do one every year.
Film's excited about some guy named Johnny Huggies. Sounds terrifying.
Oh, Johnny and his Huggies.
Ayla says, it has Christopher Waltz in it. He's the star. I got Prime like half a month ago because we got rid of Netflix. Ayla says, The Ring of Power is amazing. I can see the flaws on why people don't like it, but I like it. Leave me alone.
I don't mind it. I thought it was fine.
I probably should watch that Consultant. I like Christopher Waltz.
Oh!
He used to just do a lot of German stuff, but thanks to, what's-his-face, Quentin Tarantino, brought him into his movies, and he hasn't looked back since.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
Django.
Indigenous Bastards or whatever. Inglorious.
Bastards. Django Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it says it's a show. He was like, oh, hold on,
Danhausen
Eli.
eliminates both the Blade and the Butcher.
What?
And they win. That's going to be your fourth team. Danhausen and Orange Cassidy.
That's silliness.
It is.
Ayla says, I love The Lord of the Rings and everything about the films. Chris says, I know a YouTube channel who is fuming right now about Danhausen and Orange.
I watched them finally. So I have never watched the Hobbit movies. And so I decided to watch them when I was on the treadmill.
Oh, did you?
And I was very disappointed in them.
Oh,
in the
I'm
Hobbit
sorry.
ones. Because of the books, nothing like that.
Oh, no. They didn't do as good a job with the Hobbit ones as they did with the Lord of the Ring movies.
Right.
For following the book.
Like the mountain, like there's a part where the mountain like comes alive, and then all of a sudden like the cave disappears. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's more than that. But that part is just like, what the fuck? Like you could be on a mountain that's moving.
Right.
Whoa, the Acclaimed in there. Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett.
That's
they gonna be
funny,
your new
Chris,
tag
that
team
somebody would
champions?
be fuming about Danhausen and Orange. We knew it was going to be a weird...
It would be cool if it was the Butcher and the Blade. All right, there it is.
A weird group that didn't really belong as a tag team, right? Ayla says, so The Hobbit in comparison is disappointing, but get over it. Laughing. Just kidding.
Oh, no.
Tolkien's family was upset about the Hobbit movies, too. Yeah, because they weren't consulted on how to make them that time, like they were with The Lord of the Rings. And so they were like, what the fuck?
It's just weird.
Like, they were, like, upset because it didn't depict their grandfather's, like, stories as it should have.
Yeah, and they killed off some of them that didn't
Never die. Yeah.
Like, there's one, I don't know the people that live under the earth and move rock, whatever they're called, dwarves or whatever.
Yeah.
But the main dwarf dies.
Yeah, he doesn't in the books at all. He goes
I'm
until
like,
the end.
What the fuck?
He literally is the king of the mountain. He, like, takes over
Yeah.
and they have a war with him and, like, all this other crap and...
Well, he dies in the war, but not in the book, on the movie. There's a few of them that die. I'm like, wait a second. All of them live in the book.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I'm saying. In the book, they all lived. Then the one hobbit, or not hobbit, dwarf, he took over in the books.
Right.
He took over as king, like, and all that stuff. And What's-His-Face had the stone that he wanted, but he kept it and ended up talking to What's-His-Face about it. And then they went to the town, and then they woke the dragon or some shit. Something happened.
Well, he did. And then the dragon goes to the city to kill everybody.
Yeah.
That happens in the
movie. Oh, I'm talking about what happens in the book. And then, like, half the dwarves are like, yeah, we don't want to do this.
And the best character in the fucking books, they don't even have.
What?
And, like, there's this part, like, where, what's his name, Bane, or what's the guy's name, the bear?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember his name, but
Warren
it's close to,
or
like,
whatever.
something like
Anyways,
that.
So there's...
They don't have that character?
So they kind of do, but not enough. He's just, like, trouble.
Oh.
I think he gives them some
dumb.
horses and they ride off. But anyways, in the book, they, like, come in twos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they keep coming in twos because he gets irritated very easy, so they didn't want to come with all... In this one, he chases them into a barn.
Oh, jeez.
And then they spend the night in there. And then he walks in as a human. And then he's, like, a giant, obviously, because he's a human and they're all little. But it's just like, what the fuck? It was weird.
Yeah.
They definitely dropped the ball.
Didn't do a very good job of depicting it. I mean, why even bother? I mean, even though he's a huge part of it, because...
Well, there's parts where they dropped the ball.
Yeah. Phil says, bye, peace out, see you guys later. Love you guys, God bless America, WWE, AEW, the armpits of all the ladies, and Piccolo, love you, see you later, friends. Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Phil, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you on Friday. Ayla says, yeah, exactly, delete that. I mean, they were, like, Tolkien's family was, like, fucking pissed. Like, they did not like at all what they did, and they don't, that's why they're very, like, closed in about what they allow for them to, like, make and stuff, is because of them fucking up. They were very, very involved in doing the Lord of the Rings. That's why they're so well made. They literally made it in their contracts for the people who did it that they had to follow the books as closely as possible, and they were okay with it. And so they did. That took them forever, and that's why those movies are so good, is because they do follow the books very well.
I probably need to watch them because it's been a minute.
Anyways, this isn't even over. There's like 7 minutes left. I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, it's going to be MJF.
Well, he was on there doing his thing or whatever, too. So, anyways, Piccolo says, okay, Ayla, there's a show on Prime called Undone. Ayla's like, Undone? Haven't seen it. Piccolo's like, I enjoyed it. It has Rosa Salazar, and it has some, a bit sci-fi and a bit family trauma. It's not bad. But it has Saul Goodman as the dad. It may be worth a watch. It's like, I'll put it on my list. I've been filling up my list today, so thank you. I'm watching The Devil's Hour right now. Piccolo says, see you, film. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego. San Diegans.
San Diegans.
It means a whale's vagina.
Discovered by the Germans in 1908.
In 1908.
His name was lost in translation. Wait, doesn't it mean Saint Diego? No. Yeah, it does. Agree to disagree.
That's funny.
Love and marriage. Hey, that's that kid from the...
Yeah.
Reba.
Yep. So they made a movie of it. That's dumb as fuck. No. Or a show out of the movie. Dumb. No. People's like, oh, I literally left cable to flip on my Fire Stick. Weird, I just got way too bored with AEW. It's like, okay, I have to go. Good night, you freaky people.
Well, yeah, they just stopped the show. I thought it was over.
I know Travis was like, hey, we're leaving, right? And I'm like, dude, there's was 7 minutes. Now there's not that many 6, or there was 8, I guess. Now there's 6. But yeah, he's ready to leave. And I'm like, babe, we've got, I know, I thought it was over too. And then I had to look at the clock and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, why is there so much time left? And now they're doing this long ass commercial, so.
Yeah, I don't understand this either.
It makes no sense. I don't know if they're just wasting time.
Now there's 5 minutes left.
Or what, so.
Watch them run over, dicks.
Douchebags. No, not ready for it.
Dynamite.
Pickle says, this is the go-home show. Sometimes TK just doesn't plan for the pay-per-view. He's a fucking idiot. I know these people that really like him and shit, but I'm just like, dude, he's a fucking moron. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Oh, we waited all this time for this dipshit. How exciting for us all.
The 60-minute man. Does he think he's Ric Flair?
Seriously. Chris says they could have cut to women's locker room during picture-in-picture. Oh, yeah, Chris, is that what they do? Should do.
Why not?
Just go to the women's locker room, see what kind of stuff's happening back there.
AEW made MJF, that sign said.
Mm-hmm. Iron Man match. Days. It's clearly at an all-time high.
Let's bring this to your attention.
It's clearly at an all-time high. Clearly.
Crystal.
She talks like she's talking like this. Never noticed that before. What the fuck is wrong with her talking? It's like this. So it's kind of this. Closes our teeth together like
fight.
This.
We will fight. Okay, here comes MJF.
Alright, I'm gonna come down and have a talk to you. We're gonna have a back and forth for a couple minutes. Oh, goody gumdrop. Chris is like, yeah, Renee has a lisp. Does she have a lisp? Lisp? Like this lisp?
For once in your life, just shut your face. He's got a bruise on his temple.
No means no, Daniel. Just kidding.
Who calls him the best wrestler in the world?
Himself, when he goes to the mirror every day. I'm the best wrestler in the world.
This is self.
I'm the best. The best wrestler in the world. That's why he hates me. You hate me because I'm the best.
Nothing. Fight for your right to party.
To party in your pants.
The pants party?
Pants party.
Are you saying there's a party in your pants and I'm invited? Yes, let's go.
And bye. Oh, I don't know what he said, but it made him mad enough to take his jacket off.
Mad as a hippo with a hernia. Are you?
Oh my God, he is so boring. Oh my God.
Did you fight Brie?
I fought for everything. My wife doesn't even love me, man. She loves another man, and he's dead.
Right. I fought for the love of my girlfriend because she's in love with Bear. And I'm surprised
that laundry out there too while he was at it.
Just throw it out there.
Just throw it out there.
Cowbell. Come on, Daniel. Send us home.
Jesus.
It's not happening.
Boo! Boo!
It is a cool belt, but I don't like whatever this is called, the Breckenheimer or whatever.
Oh, his plaid?
Yeah.
I don't like his plaid.
Starts
He
with a
doesn't
P.
have anything else. What else is he going to put on there? He's known for his dumb plaid.
Yeah, every wrestler that has a belt doesn't customize it to what they wear.
Okay, I know that they don't customize it to what they wear, but what else? He doesn't have anything else. Like, so,
Just have it normal
for
black.
instance, The Rock was a Brahma bull. So it was the bull face. That was his.
But not on the belt.
Yeah, he had it on the belt. I'm pretty sure it was on one of his belts.
No. I mean, it might be on one of the side pieces, but not the
That's
main
what I mean, the
belt.
side piece.
I'm talking about the belt.
Oh, the actual belt itself.
Should be black leather. Get in there, MJF.
Pickle's like, this
Oh, he's
last 3
leaving.
minutes seems like an eternity. Well, I'll
The
tell you
last
why,
8.
Picola. Did you see who was in the ring talking? Don't worry.
Don't worry, this Sunday you get to watch him for 1 hour straight.
Might unalive myself. Anyways, thank God it's over with. Ugh.
It's a quiet bell.
The end of the show finally shut Daniel Bryan up. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Really appreciate good seeing a lot of you in the chat tonight. We like that. We'll be back again on Friday for SmackDown, everybody. Chris says, LO, guess AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Randy Orton all broken, but they will get money for the rest of our lives. Call them sellouts, but they are smart. Then Brian is not a sellout. Is not smart. He's stupid.
Oh, slap
Anyways,
challenge, whatever
but
it's called.
thanks for joining us tonight for AEW Dynamite, everybody. We'll be back again on Friday for SmackDown. Take care out there. Be safe.
And thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.